Beautiful people, welcome to Hey beautiful people. Hey beautiful people, welcome to Life with Patricia in Tombi. I went over, guys. Guys, this song, it's so emotional to me. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. This song is so dear to me. It talks to me. It does something to my spirit that I probably will never understand. So guys, today I'm gonna be sharing a part of my life that you must understand that it's not all about me having to talk bad about people, or maybe to make it seem or make somebody seem or look bad, but it's me sharing a part of my life with you and welcoming you into my life. And this is part of the journey that I've decided to take with my channel. Not only that, remember I did say that it's going to be my life, my journey. I'm going to be talking about marriage, I'm going to be talking about relationships, I'm going to be talking about family, finances, work. Yes, work. I'm going to be talking about friendships. I'm going to be inviting people here on my channel to be talking as well about their life experiences. There will be a point in time whereby I need to get a phone. Actually, I do have a phone, yeah, my iPhone. I have to fix the screen. I have to fix the screen actually. Instead of buying a new phone, then insert the SIM card there, so that it will be a communication whereby it will be numbers that I give away to people when we need to talk about maybe things, or if you need to talk to me, you can literally inbox me, DM me on Instagram. I will be available to speak to you guys. So today we're going to be talking about an interesting part of my life, right? So guys, I'm hoping and I wish that I don't become emotional. The reason why I'm liking this song so much, also it's because the only father I've known to get comfort and love from, it's God. It's the Almighty. And I've been asking myself, why do I love that man so much, guys? If you know me, you know what I love God. If you know my childhood, you would know what I've been the child otanda inkonzo. Like, I loved church. Like, I would love church, being with friends that don't love church, but I would literally leave them and be like, Mina, I'm going to church. And I did not understand at the time, but now I understand, you know what, I have found comfort in that man. Because I knew God will heal amanqeba wami, you know. Today I'm going to be talking about, guys, the experiences I had with my dad. Something broke me, guys. I don't want to tear. Please don't. Don't. So on last Friday, we went to a funeral of a friend who was burying the kids, and me and my sister, we decided to go pay my dad a visit. And guess what? I regret. Trust me, I regret. It has been long since I've seen my dad, but it's not long. Because whenever I can, I go see her, but it's not like I'm gonna go. When I say long, I mean like it's not that thing that I'll go every week or every month. No, I can't, right? Maybe once after 3 months or wherever, when I'm around, I pass, hi, how are you, how are you doing, you know? So he was like, yeah, so you guys are here, you guys don't come see me, you guys, you know what, actually what broke me, it's what he said. He said, you guys never come see me, you guys don't see me, you guys, I'm sick as we speak. Okay, what's wrong? I've got a headache, it does not want to end. Okay, you've got a headache. Yeah, I've got a headache. You know what, the day I die, you will miss me. And guys, I'm trying to say it in English, but in English it doesn't give you that thing the way he said it, you know. It was like, I'll die and all your things you will suffer, you will go poor. Ish, guys, I don't say it properly in English. You need to like broke, poor, you'll come looking for me, what's going on with my life, and the answers will be in my grave. I'll make sure. Yo guys, when he said that, that man broke me. Like, literally, I wanted to fall down and cry. And we were with two of my sister's friends, so I couldn't cry, I could not answer him back. All I did, as always, that's me. Whenever I'm not feeling good, or even if you are my friend, you say something that does not sit well with me, I just smile and laugh. And that time when you will think, say, all things are cool, can't no, Miguel is not well, but that's my coping mechanism. I'm like, okay, no, this is how I handle things, so let me do it, right? Sorry. So this man broke me, guys. This man broke me. And if you know my upbringing, you will understand what I'm talking about. What broke me is that in my childhood and in me growing, everything I've got that I don't even have, I fought for it. I fought against all odds. I fought to be in varsity, guys. I fought in high school. I fought to get anything in life. I fought everything that I got. It was never easy. And I always ask myself, why can't I get things like other kids? Like, why do I have to fight? Then when you come as a dad, after all the hard work I've put, then you tell me, I'm going to lose everything. What kind of a dad wishes ill on their kids? Like, as a father, you should be happy that even if I broke up with their mom, they're doing good in my eyes. Because, listen, there's in my eyes and there's a reality. Reality is let me speak for myself. I'm not doing good. I'm going through a lot. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you got a scare of a headache, right? You went to the doctor, and all of a sudden, the world stops and revolves around you. Do you know anything about me? Ever since you've broken up with my mom, I've never received not even one call from my dad asking me, how are you? Not even, okay, let's forget about how are you. Just a call, I've never. And you here telling me what you're telling me now, bruh. Do you know that at the beginning of this year, I was in hospital, I was admitted. What happened if I died? Do you know when I gave birth to my second child, I nearly passed away, guys? Yo, some things are emotional. Do you know, when you were never there, and when all of a sudden you get a headache, poof, 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 the world revolves around you. Bruh, you've got kids. You gave birth to kids. And you never checked up on them. And here you are. Guys. No, guys. Like, yo, guys, I don't want to cry. I did say that I don't want to cry. Don't want to cry. Guys, my dad has family members, right? Last year I was pregnant in 2020, and my father's it's like my dad. Yeah. It's like my dad. Babam passed away last year. They buried him and we never knew. All we knew, we had after my mom saying, yo, somebody called me and they say, Willie passed away and he was buried. And I was like, how can you bury him without us? Why didn't you invite us? We're not part of the family. Then when at 2021 you come here, you tell me about when your brother passed away, you never thought of calling your kids and be like, come to the funeral. You part of the family. So you and your new wife and her kids, you decided to be part of the family. So we're not part of the equation. So what are you talking about? And the thing that broke me the most, guys, is the fact that he wished ill on me. As a dad, how can you wish something so horrible towards your child, towards your kids? I was like, who does that? Like, why would you even do that? And mind you guys, the last time I used to go frequently to my dad. The only time that made me stop to go frequently to my dad is because I remember my mom has never said anything about why the breaking up between her and my dad. My mom, she's one person who's secretive. She's one person who, she's like me, angamana fela pagat, then make you happy. She's that person, as long as you are happy, it's fine. Then yena, she can suffer, it's fine. And I went to my dad and I had just eaten, right? I just went to greet. And I got in, and that lady, funny thing, when my dad is not there, he never cooks for us. He never lets us in. For instance, when we went to my dad was like, okay, because we never found him at home. He was like, no, go greet my wife, because of where I am, because of hey, she's taking care of me. I could have died long time ago. And I'm like, yes, she has to take care of you. She's your wife, duh. So my mom couldn't come and take care of you. And uktole uright, right? Uktole usanamandla. So let her work. Like, it's her time. And we went, and my sister, she never opened the door, and the butler, she opened the door. But you know that person who opens the door and they stand like this? Yo, I was like, no, we just came and greet. I just left. I left my sister there by the door. Somebody, we come so far. You could have just said, oh, no, welcome. Or you could have said, no, I'm still tidying up. It's messy. Something, let me take out the chairs. Let's sit outside. You talk to us like that. So on that particular day, he was like, okay, let me dish out for you because my dad is here. Then I was like, no, don't dish up for me. But my dad had just went out. And she said, oh, so your mom said you mustn't eat my food. I was so angry because my mom has never said anything about you, bruh. Not anything. Till today, I don't know that woman's name. That's how, because obviously I can't be asking my dad, what's her name? So my mom has never even mentioned her name. My mom has never even said anything. And you are here talking about my mom, bruh. You must be happy because of, you know what? If tables were to turn, bruh, I was going to beat you on behalf of my mom. Ngoba, wow, you disrespected her on another level. But I was like, you know what, girl? Chill, but people relax on your lane. If somebody knows my upbringing, you will know how difficult we grew up with my family. You would know. And mind you guys, I'm saying this because I'm not saying on a holistic he was a horrible dad. My dad, when it comes to giving you money to go to school, he would make sure. He will make sure. That's why people who know me, they will know I always talk about my dad. I always give him credit where he's due to say my dad made sure. But now this video, it's not about that. This video, it's all about the emotional part of it. I've never heard the word I love you from my dad. I don't know if it's because he's old-fashioned or what, but I've never. And guys, believe me when I've said I've never spoken to my grandmother ever since my dad and my mom broke up. When I say grandmother, I say grandmother and grandfather, and both they are alive. I've never spoken to my aunt ever since, and she's alive. I've never spoken to, because my aunt, she's the only girl, I've never spoken to my father's brothers ever since they were dead. Ever since my mom and dad broke up. So you can just imagine how it is. Ever since, they never thought of saying, let's call abantwana bakaBhuti, how are you guys, how are you doing, how's school, how's things. They've never, and believe you me, my dad, throughout us growing up, being young, all I could hear was, don't ask for this, don't ask for this. I'm responsible for my brothers. I'm taking my brother to school. My dad bought a van. He took it and he was like, yeah, I'm giving to my brother. That same brother he took to school, who's now a teacher. That time my dad did not even go to school. I'm giving him a van. He wants to start a catering company. It will assist him. He would come this side and they would go to China Mall, buy things. That time I was still young. That's how I knew of China Mall. Buy things for the decor. He would do traditional weddings. That time, I've never even, when I was in varsity, received a call to say, here's money for soap, roll on, from the same people that my dad made sure that they are well sorted. Right? So we, in my family, we had to sacrifice a lot for their families, but us, we were left, nobody taking care of us. And when I say that, I remember the last time, what made me actually not no longer go to my dad was that time. What happened? It was that time I went and I was asking him for graduation money. I was graduating. And my dad told me that I should stop asking him for money because I'm not the only child. Mind you, I'm not the only child. He's not talking about his child with the woman. He's talking about this woman's child. She's like, Pella, this child is going to varsity as well, so now I have to pay for registration. I have to pay for this. The responsibilities are a lot. And I'm there looking at this man. I'm there looking at this man and looking at this woman to say, umhlaba umoshekile, because as a man, you're telling your child that so that you can take care of another woman's child, of another man's child. And as a woman, you don't want this man to take care of her kids, but you want him to take care of your kids that are not even his kids. Ha, guys. I was so angry because ever since my dad and my mom broke up, my mom never moved on. There's no man that has ever came and my mom was like, this is your new dad, we're staying with him. There's no man besides my dad that I could go to and be like, so my dad was the only thing that I knew that I have to ask from, because my mom, she's not working. And all I'm asking myself would say, oh baba, balabantwana, bonabapi, you know, as this woman wants my dad to take care of her kids, where's the father of her kids? Why isn't he taking responsibility for his kids? Why does my dad have to take care of this kids? Guys, that broke me. And ever since I told myself, you know what, I want nothing to do with my dad. Even when in my varsity, when I thought of failing, when I thought of repeating, I thought, girl, I went to varsity with a bursary though. I went to varsity with a bursary and I thought, girl, you can't afford to mess up. You can't afford to fail. Because if you fail or you mess up, you are all alone. Nobody will take care of you. And that was it, guys. That was it. It was me having to fight for everything that I have. And mind you, my dad and mom breaking up, don't get me wrong, I was happy when they broke up. I was the first person to celebrate their breakup because my dad was a horrible husband towards my mom. Like, he was horrible. He was horrible. I'll say it on TV, on YouTube. That man was horrible. You know, I made it a point that I will never date. If I date you and you show me you're muscular or you shout at me or you intimidate me already, I would run away and be like, I don't want you, because of my dad. My dad was so abusive to my mom. Like, literally every weekend in our street, it was a show. It was a show, movie, free movie, ticket. I knew every weekend in my house there's gonna be drama. My dad will beat my mom, bona. I dala ngibona abantu bashawa, like I've seen, but ubaba he made sure ukuthi akusu impama, he made sure ukuthi I break you. I don't know how many times my mom went to Baragwanath hospital, got admitted, broken leg, broken hand, cement, stitches here, stitches on the back, stitches everywhere. After the stitch, it's stitch. After this crutches, it's that one. You know, there was a point in life when I was like, this woman, this man will literally kill this woman if this woman does not leave. I prayed day in, day night to be like, can my mom leave this man? And I remember my dad, there was a point in life, hey, singabantwana bama-social worker, guys, Tina. You would go to but come to think of it, now when I think of it, we social worker, because now that I'm a child who went through that, it's not as if I got any counseling. Guys, they would ask you questions. Okay, what happened between your mom and your dad? It's like they were fishing information from you. Then after you're done, and my dad would be sitting there. Yeah, guys, my dad was manipulative. If you know somebody who's manipulative, it's that man. He would sit and be like, yeah, come here, sit here. Yabona, if you go to those social workers and tell them, you know, this and this, and if you go with your mom, you will suffer. Yeah, it's people, you know, men who know what's they the ones who are the breadwinners. Your mom is not working. Hey, guys. Yeah, you must tell those social workers what's your mom is a drunkard. Your mom comes home late. That time you are the problem, bruh. You are the problem. Hey, guys. So in my life, I had told myself that I will never date a man who lays their hand on me. I made it a point because I've seen how it affected my mom, and I've seen how it affected us as kids. And with the environment that I grew up in, actually, I'm surprised that I'm where I am today. Because, wow, child, probably I was supposed to be umpemeni or another drunkard or something in J, but I was supposed to be that thing, you know. And it was difficult. It was difficult, guys. I don't want to lie. So when my dad, that past Friday, when he said that, it took me to all the things that he's put us through as kids. Guys, the one story that broke me. Hey, guys, we are a generation that is broken. We are a generation that is broken. So I remember my dad, guys, Silele, right? We're staying in a shack. Mind you, if you think we never experienced staying in a shack, laman vuga or kushisa the amazenk aqonsa amanzi when it's raining, you run for the buckets embedeni ukuthi cause kuyanetha. TV leya esothwa kanje siyenza ngetank sithi. We've been there. I remember me and my sister sleeping esponchini down, and my mom and dad were sleeping on the bed. And I remember my mom bekabuyothengisa amakhethini, because my mom bekayenza amakhethini, but my dad did not want that. My dad wanted my mom to do nothing so that he controls him, so that my mom does not have any money. So my mom was so tired because she would go to my Kruger stop, knock down, you know, knock house to house, measure their windows, curtains, and she will come, make them, go deliver, go collect, you know. So my mom was so tired, and I had the conversation very well, guys. I was young, but I had it very well. That's why I'm saying things we do in front of kids, we must be careful. That's a promise I've made to myself. In whatever that I do, I don't want to break my kids. I don't want my kids to ever experience whatever that I've experienced. If I were to have an argument with my partner, I'll make sure it's not in front of my kids. And should it ever be in front of my kids, I'm packing my bags and I'm leaving. Simple as that. Simple. I've got a greater responsibility, and which is are my kids. Anything else, it will wait. If you want me to put you at the same rank as I put my kids, you better behave well as well. So I remember my dad forcing himself on my mom, very. And this is inspired on, I was on this gossip page where people were confessing, and somebody was like, I was raped by my husband. And I thought to myself, our parents went through that, but because they were not well informed. It's my husband, he has a right to my body. You know, I remember him forcing himself on my dad, and we could hear everything. And my mom was refusing. And my dad wathatha ibhakede lomqhamo, pea bucket, and he threw it on my mom. Imagine. Because some kukwini, guys, kamele baguette. And not only did that pea go to my mom, it went straight to us as we were sleeping. Then it was 2 a.m. Then he threw us all out. We were on the streets knocking house to house, not having a place to stay. Then because of a mere headache, you come. Yo, guys, because of a mere headache, you come and tell us we will suffer, we'll look for your grave. What kind of a dad are you? You've hurt me when I was young. You're still hurting me even today. In my mind, I'm like, but this man. Things I went through. Being the talk of Istradi. Being afraid to go to school because of, wow, everybody's going to be asking you questions. Teachers, hey, let me just leave it like that. I'll never mention names, but somebody who knows me will know the place. How long the ice? They will just ask you questions. Hey, mama, how old papa? Where's Alang? There was no house that likes gossip like that house. The Bona, we knew what's that house, Bona. And funny things, when everything happens, when my dad would be there, I remember my dad throwing a chair on my mom and it broke. When it hit my mom screaming for help. They will not come help. But listen, when you go, they'll be calling you, come. Hey! Guys, that house, they made me not enjoy my childhood. I hated my childhood because of Leandro. And it was very difficult. I don't want to lie, guys. It was very difficult. Sometimes I would miss school. Sometimes a lot of things would happen. A lot of things will happen. But I guess it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. And hearing him say what he said and not knowing what you guy, you've put me so much through trauma. And I've realized, guys, that I'm going through a lot. I remember on that particular day, I went on Instagram, I went on WhatsApp, and I asked people to say, guys, just a quick ask. What's depression and what's anxiety? Because I felt that I haven't healed from my childhood traumas, you know. Whenever I think about them, I cry. And whatever my dad said on that day, it woke everything up. It made me realize, girl, you've been going through a lot. I've been going through a lot. Anxiety can be best described as fear when you want to do something, but there is this voice that says you can't. Then you get anxiety of a certain thing. Or when you overthink about a lot and always get negative thoughts rather than positive. When you are in that state, you will obviously be depressed that things didn't go as you wanted because of anxiety, right? So it goes hand in hand. I don't know if I've explained it well. The other one said anxiety ke letshogo, butterflies in your stomach, feeling nje bo nervous. Depression is when you bottle up dilo up, when dilo tseo are too much, then utlo explode in terms of having suicidal thoughts and having migraines, heart beating abnormal, biting of nails, and just stress levels. The other one, it was on Facebook, and this person said depression is a spirit of heaviness, spirit of feeling sadness and hopeless. The other one said anxiety, it's intense, excessive and persistent worry and fear about everyday situation. The other one said and the two are not the same. Anxiety can at times can lead you to depression. The other one said they are two sides of the coin. In my experience, people really have one without the other. I have anxiety, but sometimes leads to depression. I have a clinically depressed friend who fights anxiety every day. The other one responded to this one and said, totally agree, I have the same problem. Case is it can even lead to constant headache if you are not aware, and I feel like I like always sleeping, so they're kind of the same but different somehow. Thank you so much, guys. I was going through a lot because I could not understand if actually I've been going through depression or I've been going through anxiety. And guys, I don't want to seem like I did not know what's anxiety and depression. I remember in the past years I was speaking to my colleagues, and let me not mention names, and one of my colleagues was also going through depression and anxiety, and she was admitted in hospital. And I remember we being bitches about it, not understanding what she's actually going through. And now that I think of, we did not give her so much support that she needed as a friend. And on my side as well, I'm like, but I did not know what's that. But now that I know, I wish I can reverse hands of time and be there for her and support her. But now I know that she has opened sort of like a mental illness thing where she talks about it. And now I'm like, okay guys, maybe if you've got an advice in terms of the type of help that I can get, if you know anyone, or if yourself you are a qualified, I don't know what, please make sure that you give me an advice in terms of what steps to take, because I don't want to lie, every day I cry. Hello? Yes? Okay, sorry guys about that. It was a phone call that disturbed me, but yeah. So guys, I don't know if there's people who are going through a lot, but I want my channel to make an impact in people's lives, right? I want somebody to be like relatable, to know that you're not alone in whatever that you're going through. And I've realized that talking about things, it actually helps. It helps, trust me, it helps. And as I'm recording, I'm alone in this room. I feel nobody's judging me. I feel I'm not getting those facial expressions. Somebody's not stopping you to be like, seriously? So I'm freely narrating my story without feeling intimidation, without feeling sad, without regretting, without anything. In actual fact, I'm happy that I had to make this video today, because wow, somebody might be learning something from this video. Somebody might be going through a lot and they watch it and they realize, but what, I've went through this. And I will give you my journey in terms of so far for all these years, how I managed to do it. And guys, this is not the only thing that I'm going to talk about. There's a lot of things that we're adding to what's already what I have been going through. And now it feels like a lot, guys. I don't want to lie. And I don't want to lie. This is too much. This is too much. It's 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 too much, but I'm happy that I've got you guys to support me, to show me love, to be with me. It really means a lot, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me your stories in the comment section. DM me. Let's talk. Let's have fun. Let's engage as women, and people, men as well. Speak up, because wow, it's not only women who go through things, it's also men, it's also children, it's also communities. And we don't want to see our kids as well going through the same thing. You know, if there's something that we can do to raise a better kids, or to have a better community, let's all come together and do that. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into my channel. I can't wait to see you on my next upload. Have much marato for you guys. Mwah.